How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are at Teamsport Coventry for probably about the 50th time here. Yeah, just look at all my channel videos there. Basically all Coventry videos apart from the two Birmingham videos, obviously. But we are back and here for some more karting. So obviously we've just come out the pits for the first session, and this is starting the second lap actually. We've just caught up to someone else and there's a yellow flag, but I think that's just the practice flags. But yeah, I've just got to try and warm up and get the tyres to temperature, and these people are going really slow down the ramp. Like, they say walking pace, but that's even slower than walking pace. And now it's a red flag. But yeah, so this is obviously 2 sessions, it's not a 3 for 2, and there'll be a highlight and a full race video, so hope you enjoy. So now it's a yellow flag, so we're going very slow. These people are actually going extremely slow again. And that's a green flag, and these will get a really slow reaction. So I'm held up a lot there, and then this person, they're both braking going around the corners, and then one person crashes and hits the other, and then the other person spins. So it's all a bit chaotic, and then that person slides a bit, and I get a very lovely move around the outside. I was very happy with that one, and we are ahead of those 2 carts, which is very nice indeed, and we've now got to catch up to some other people. So a few laps on then, we catch up to 2 other people. The person in the blue suit is significantly slower than me, and also the person in the orange suit. So yeah, they're braking around there, which you actually don't need to, and then I get boxed in as they brake around this corner, so me and the other person are going side by side, and then they get spun and all 3 of us go into the wall. So that was not very ideal, and then there's a yellow flag as well, and the orange person just goes for the overtake anyway, and then spins it and also saves it, which is, I was about to say that's karma, but it's not, because they've saved it. But at least I got the 2 moves done, and that is 2 more places gained. So now we have caught up to, you guessed it, 2 more people, and like the other 2 carts, the one in front is significantly slower as well, so, but I'm also way quicker than the blue person too, so I go side by side with the red person down here and get a very nice move, and then the person in the blue suit goes a bit wide, and then we go side by side, and I somehow just get the move done. So I say that's 2 very solid moves done in about 4 corners. And so I'm now catching up to this green guy. I say green guy, person in a green suit. I'm getting very close, and just as I'm quite getting close enough to overtake him, there's someone in the barrier at a very dangerous position. Also, it's a very weird time to mention this, but that corner stank of fish. It's not like anyone needed to know that, but I just thought I'd get it out there. But yeah, so there was someone in the barrier at a very dangerous position, so I'm not really sure what to do here, if I should just wait until they're cleared up. This person in front is trying to notify them, but we're both sort of slowing down, trying to work out if they're gonna like get them out the barrier or not. But because it's been green flag for so long, we sort of assume that they're probably out of the barrier by now. So we go back down, and I'm now getting very close to the person in the green suit up ahead. So as we turn this corner though, they're still in the barrier at a very dangerous position as well. So yeah, it's sort of like, I'm sort of sat there, and yeah, if anyone crashes into them, that could be a huge crash. So me and the person in front both try and notify the marshals that there's someone in the barrier, so you can see my great hand gestures. I also nearly crashed it when I was doing my great hand gestures. So yeah, I had to put both hands on the steering wheel for a few seconds, but there's someone else in the barrier, so I think that's why there's a yellow flag. So, but I think they also then figured out that there was someone downstairs who was in the wall as well. So it's a yellow flag, but I'm sort of not driving at yellow flag speed because there's no hazards nearby, and I'm also going to go down the ramp. But yeah, they have finally been freed from the barrier, and this was actually them ahead, cart number 1 in the orange suit. So now I've just got to try and get back past. So yeah, I go for a very optimistic move. You wouldn't normally see anything like that, and it wasn't really an overtaking opportunity, but I sort of just sent it and sort of worked. I mean, I think I accidentally sent them a bit wide, but it is what it is. But yeah, and so later on in that lap then I catch up to a very long train of carts. I've already just about made a pass on someone I overtook earlier, but I think this is about a 5-cart train including me. But yeah, so this part of the track is very hard to overtake on, but I'm much quicker than the person ahead. I don't really want to send anything too hard because I think they're sort of just running their own race and not really paying attention to me, but they go a bit wide and I send one to the inside, and then I'm able to carry it around the outside for the really long sweeping right-handers. And so now I've just got to catch up to the people ahead. This person nearly spins it, so I'm going to try and not bottle it into him, but as we're going up the ramp I nearly send one to the inside, but I'm just trying to mount the pressure on, and then they nearly spin it going into the last corner, and so that's another move done. And so now there's another person ahead that is now my next target to try and overtake. So I've just got to gain, I think that's about a second in between us, maybe a bit more. So yeah, it's quite a big gap, but now there's a red flag, so as we come to a stop, yeah, I think the gap is completely shredded because they've definitely not broken at the same time that I broke, so they're very, very far ahead. But yeah, the hunt is on. So then a lap later I've caught up to the person very quickly, and it's just a matter of time before I get ahead of him, but he's actually going quite slow and then just taps me into the wall a little bit, but that's fine, I can gain all of the time back. And so now as we go down the ramp he's a little bit ahead, but then brakes on the metal plate which spins him right in front of me, and you'll see that isn't the last time that happens in this video. And so as we come round the bottom chicane and enter the not double floor part of the track, you can see everyone else is in their carts ready to go out, and that is the end of session 1. As you can see, the checkered flag is waving. So yeah, there's still another session though, and let's see what we can do in that. And so as you can see, when everyone comes out the pit lane, we all sort of slide into that left barrier, and that was because one of the carts was leaking fuel in the pit lane, so then everyone ran over it and it made everyone's tyres really slippy as we went onto the track. So here, as you can see, I try and go up the inside, but then just got sandwiched in between the cart and the barrier. But as I try and turn in, the cart just won't turn because of the amount of understeer I'm getting. And then also I try and go around the outside here, but I'm also trying to leave all the space in the world because I'm trying not to spin it as it's sliding everywhere. And as you can see, as I turn left here, the cart just wants to get away from me because there is no grip on these tyres at the moment, and I send one to the inside, side by side up the ramp, and I get the move done going into the last corner of the circuit. But yeah, so I'm just going to try and warm up these tyres and also hopefully get some of the oil off, because it was very, very slippery. You may think this is a normal kart session. Well, you're wrong. As I go down the ramp, I witness something magical. Synchronised spinning. This also put out the red flag, because obviously they were both backwards, and this was the worst place to stop because all I could smell was just fish. And I don't know if anyone likes the smell of fish, but it is dreadful. And for some reason, this corner right here, when you were driving through it, all you could smell was fish, and I don't know why, but that was just the case. And so I was stuck here for ages just smelling fish. And as it finally goes green, you'll be able to see in the distance a very big train of carts, and one of them actually pulls into the pits because they got black flagged for being that slow. So I've now already caught up to 3 carts, and these people aren't too slow, but I think they'll be easy enough to clear. I mean, I have obviously 3 of them to get past, and if they're all fighting, then it also makes it a bit harder. But one nearly spins going down the ramp, so I have to slam on the brakes, so I lose all my momentum. So I've got to try and catch back up now, but I'm sort of already there, and one of them spins. And so the other person nearly slides off into the barrier, but they save it, and then I can get past as well. So yeah, so now I've just got to try and get past this person in the green suit who's sliding a lot. So I'm just looking for places to overtake them. And as we go into the last corner, they send it very wide and then spin it, and I somehow just avoid it. It was very, very close, but I mean, that's another move done. But yeah, that was a very, very close to contact and nearly put me in the wall. So then later on in that same lap, I am just a bit too far back to go for the move on kart 6, but I go for a very nice move round the outside at T1. But yeah, so now I've just got to try and catch up to this person, but as we go down the ramp, they are backwards, and I think I'm a bit distracted by the fact that they're spun, and I brake a bit too late on the metal plate and spin around myself and just send it backwards into the wall. So the actual crash itself on camera doesn't look that big, but it felt huge. But I suppose looking back on it, it was quite a small crash. But the yellow flag's been brought out, and the fact that we both managed to get out the barriers and facing the right way quite quickly was very good, because we actually didn't lose any places. But yeah, I've now got to try and catch up to this person again. But yeah, so I think I was a bit cautious going down the ramp this time, because I didn't really want to make the same mistake as they nearly make the same mistake and go sideways at the bottom. I don't know if they have problems with heating the tyres, but they're definitely sliding a lot more as they're trying to probably use the brakes to turn it in, but I'm now right up behind them, and they take a very weird line through that corner and nearly spin it. So then I get the move round the outside, and that was a very solid, clean move on my behalf. I just wanted to add this clip in of an overtake. This is probably the overtake of the day. I get a very nice move around the outside, and then so I get the inside line for the next corner. Speaking of being synchronised, I literally pull off the exact same move a lap later. So it was the exact same scenario. I just go around the outside and I'm able to get the inside for the next one. So I wanted to show you guys something. This is going to be a split screen, and it's going to show my personal best lap time and the lap time that is in this session. So my personal best lap time is on the right, and the one from this session is on the left. So they're sort of neck and neck here, but my personal best lap time is able just to pull a bit further ahead, and then in the down the stairs part of the track, I think I'm able to claw it back just a little so it's side by side, and then there's a red flag. So it just shows how close it can be, and then it can be ruined by red or yellow flags. So that could have been my new personal best. That could have been in the 40 seconds, but it is what it is. Just when you thought the chaos was over though, someone spins at the top of the ramp, and I spin as well in sympathy, and someone in front of me goes sideways as well. So yeah, I just about pull a U-turn there. But yeah, that was quite a close moment, you could say. And so this is actually our last lap of this session. It's not even our last lap, this is our pit lap, because two karts down here have crashed into each other, and I think they just decide to end the session here. So yeah, that is going to be the end of the video, and hopefully I see you guys soon in the next video.